organic, unpredictable, unknown, lovely, beautiful, a sense of fulfillment. This is part of the pleasures of life and not the chores of life.
Coming up on Daily Iowan TV, find out why a model of a UI dorm was burned in Hubbard Park today.
And learn about UISG's latest effort to promote campus safety.
And in sports, a story of swine, the history of Floyd of Rosedale.
All that's coming your way next. Daily Iowan TV starts now. Thanks for tuning into Daily Iowan TV, your television news, sports, and weather source for the Daily Iowan. I'm Megan Grody.
And I'm Reed Chandler. An Iowa City man was arrested for allegedly attacking another man with a taser gun in a bar. According to police reports, Brant Hockman was arrested in early October at DC's bar for allegedly attacking a man with a dangerous weapon without reason. Police say the victim was standing at a table near the bar with his girlfriend and friend when Hockman came up to him and told him to leave. Hockman reportedly shot the victim with a taser gun in the arm, causing the man to run out of the bar. When the man was out, the door shut and locked behind him. The report says the man watched through the window as the suspect, an off-duty employee, and several others beat up his friend. It's not against the law in Iowa to carry a taser gun.
The University of Iowa Healthcare Clinic held an event for women who are cancer survivors on Wednesday evening. The event was called Feel Good in Your Genes and focused on raising awareness about how genetics can cause cancer. The night began with a fashion show as cancer survivors walked down the runway wearing jeans donated by local businesses. The point was to promote feeling confident even with cancerous genetics. After the show, a panel of doctors discussed how many people are affected by cancer because it is in their genes and gave tips on how to overcome it. You can learn more about the cancer fighting event in Thursday's pages of the Daily Iowan.
The Iowa City Fire Department lit 2 model dorm rooms on fire today as part of a demonstration on fire safety. One was outfitted with a sprinkler system while the other was not. The model dorm room without the sprinkler system was engulfed in flames in under a minute, while the sprinkler system put out the fire in under 30 seconds. Fireman Bruce McCavery explained the importance of fire safety.
But it shows you the importance of an automatic fire sprinkler. It also kind of gets rid of some of the myths that the fictional TV and the movie industry has kind of had.
This was the 5th annual fire demonstration on campus, and they plan to have it again next year.
A DeWitt man faces charges for allegedly putting his daughter in harm's way. 41-year-old Michael Tomic was allegedly fighting with the mother of his child in Iowa City when the mom began using her cell phone to record the names he was calling her. Reporters say that the suspect grabbed the phone to erase the recordings, and when the mother tried to get the phone back, he punched her in the face, causing cuts and a bloody nose. She bit his hand to get away, and the man threw her phone in the ground and left. During the fight, the woman was holding their 3-year-old daughter.
And the Hawkeye poll is underway here at the UI, and so far during the month of October, the telephone surveys have found Mitt Romney may not face as much trouble in the Iowa caucuses as he will in the general election. People interviewed in the Hawkeye poll who said they plan to attend the Iowa caucuses don't see Mitt Romney's religious beliefs as a Mormon to be a problem. However, the poll found Iowans not likely to attend the caucuses do see Mitt Romney's faith as an issue. The Hawkeye poll is conducted every year in the fall by students from the Departments of Political Science and Journalism.
The University of Iowa Student Government hosted the first annual Safety Fair Wednesday as part of their platform to improve campus safety. Daily Iowan TV's Ryan Jones went to the fair to see what tips the group gave.
Students feel safer than ever after attending the safety fair. A host of organizations came to the second floor ballroom of the IMU to promote student safety and their resources to stay safe.
Resource for students to have all the information at once. So a lot of these organizations are spread out around campus or have offices that are off campus. So this is just one day where students can access any sort of information that they want and ask the important questions.
The fair had many different resources from sexual health, fire safety, to CPR training by the Red Watch Band. Michael Mullins spoke on the importance of the fair.
It sounds like something I should actually utilize, because if my roommate's drunk or something and they're actually in serious medical need, I should probably be able to help them.
While the safety fair is today at the IMU, the UI student government is also rolling out their Wingman campaign, which focuses on drinking responsibly. The Wingman campaign is replacing Think Before You Drink, placing more responsibility on your friends.
The idea of bystander intervention, it's the college version of the buddy system. So it's never let your friends be alone when they're in a partying environment. Make sure to walk them home, keep them safe, give them lots of water, and look out for each other.
I'm Ryan Jones, Daily Iowan TV.
The Safety Fair is the first of UISG's safety efforts, and the group is currently working on a partnership with a cab company and better lighting for night travel on campus.
And still more to come from Daily Iowan TV. We'll take a look at a new LGBT fraternity forming on campus.
And see how the UI promotes health at a food and fitness summit.
Plus, in sports, how one Iowa swimmer is adjusting to life 5,000 miles from home.
All of this and more to come, but first, here with your local weather forecast is Daily Iowan TV's Giovanna Simic. Giovanna?
Thanks, guys. Looks like we're heading back to the colder temps after a week of nice weather. Better have a sweatshirt handy. Tomorrow morning it's going to be chilly with 46-degree temps and mostly cloudy skies. Heading into the afternoon, the sun will sneak out of the clouds and you will see temps around 52 degrees. Tomorrow at 10 p.m., the temps will dip down to the low 40s, and looking at our extended forecast, this weekend we'll see temps in the upper 50s and sunny skies. And heading into next week, we will see similar temperatures getting into the 60s on Tuesday, and we have a 40% chance of rain on Wednesday. That's a look at your weather forecast. Back to you guys at the desk.
And kids from middle schools around Iowa are taking the steps toward healthy eating. Today at the Campus Recreation and Wellness Center, UI students led the kids in healthy activities and taught them about nutrition.
It's really working together with their principal, food service, their PE teachers, and maybe they'll do some intramural sports that they've never had in the past. Just different things that they can do to make it healthier within their walls.
Organizers said they hope kids will take what they've learned at the university back to their schools to promote healthy eating with their peers. And this recreation center has made a goal to continue nutritional programs for the youth.
The Iowa Board of Regents met Wednesday for an announcement on how a future national budget cut could affect the UI hospital healthcare services. In August, Congress voted on a bill that has created a super committee to cut federal spending by $1.5 trillion over the next decade. If the super committee cannot find a solution, 2% across the board cuts will be made in January. These budget cuts will affect Medicare, which trickles down to the University of Iowa hospitals. The board announced Wednesday $5.3 million will be lost from the budget if these across-the-board cuts are made.
U.S. President Obama announced he will decrease the amount of loans college students will have to repay after graduation.
We're going to make these changes work for students who are in college right now. We're going to put them into effect not 3 years from now, not 2 years from now. We're going to put them into effect next year.
The plan would affect students here in Iowa City, although students in Iowa were found to be better at repaying loans than other areas of the country. The Office of Financial Aid reported UI graduates only have about a 2% default rate, while the national average is closer to 9%. The loan proposal was set to take effect in 2014, but Obama is calling for it to start this coming year.
The University of Iowa may add another fraternity to campus, one focusing on gay and bisexual men, as well as straight men who support the gay community. Members of the new fraternity Delta Lambda Pi held a meeting Wednesday to discuss interest.
And talk to some other people on campus to start to figure out what kind of interest is out there and what would students at the university like to do with this new fraternity.
While the meeting was held with the intention of finding interest in university students, directors from the CSI of Leadership and Fraternity Life spoke on the benefits of bringing the fraternity on campus. Delta Lambda Pi opened at Iowa State in 2005 and added 12 new members this summer. Students joining the group are likely to host the next meeting in the future.
And now for a look at sports. Daily Iowan TV's Ian Martin is at the sports desk. Ian?
One thing that separates college football from most other sports are the trophy games. Come this Saturday, Iowa has the chance to win one of the most distinctive trophies in all of college football, Floyd of Rosedale. The Bronze Pig has been passed between Iowa and Minnesota for years, but the hardware's history isn't nearly as well known as the contests themselves. Daily Iowan TV Sports' Nick Robertson investigated Floyd's past.
What greater way to represent a Midwestern rivalry than to have the trophy be none other than a bronze pig? Each year, the Iowa Hawkeyes and the Minnesota Golden Gophers battle for the Floyd of Rosedale. It wasn't until 1935 when tensions between the two teams escalated over exchange of words between coaches. As a result, the governor of Iowa and Minnesota wagered a prize-winning pig as the trophy. After Minnesota won the inaugural game, a pig was taken from a Fort Dodge farm and named the Floyd of Rosedale. It wasn't until the real Floyd died of cholera did the governors hire a sculptor to create the Floyd of Rosedale we see today.
Go right back to '81. They beat us straight up. We had a pretty good team. They beat us straight up, and that's when I learned about Floyd. They came across and grabbed him right out of our bench area, and it wasn't much fun. That's really when I kind of figured out what that was all about. And we've had a lot of great games through the history of the series.
No doubt both teams will be battling very hard this weekend to hoist this heralded trophy. Nick Robertson, Daily Iowan TV, Sports.
And since Floyd has been up for grabs, the Hawkeyes have been 34-40 against the Gophers. And as swimming season kicks into high gear, we bring you a story of a star swimmer from a place you may not expect. Daily Iowan TV's Annie Satowski has more.
While many student athletes come from all over the country to compete for Iowa, swimmer Ayistev Dobrovolskaitev is approximately 5,000 miles away from her home. That's because this sophomore hails all the way from Lithuania. Being so far away from home may sound scary to some, but Ayistev always knew that she wanted to study abroad in the United States. It was just a matter of which school would fit her best for both swimming and academics.
Now, as if adjusting to an entirely different culture wasn't enough, Ayistev also had to overcome the barrier of training with a completely new coaching staff, learning to build that trust that is absolutely crucial to the coach-athlete relationship.
I had to be open-minded that everything what we do is only for my own good, because even though it's something different which I'm not used to do. So I think that was a barrier, but I overcome it.
And overcome those barriers she has. After just starting to train with the team only last January, Ayistev currently ranks 5th on the Iowa all-time top performers list. This season, she has bigger goals and plans on accomplishing them. Annie Satowski, Daily Iowan TV, Sports.
Be sure to check out Astia and the Swimhawks this Saturday at the Campus Recreation and Wellness Center as they take on Michigan State in their swimming season home opener. And Iowa sophomore Stephen Ime has been named Big Ten Golfer of the Week after a career-best 54-hole performance at 3 under at the U.S. Collegiate Championship in Atlanta, Georgia this past weekend. It spurred Ime to a tie for 8th place in the tournament individually, while he helped the Hawkeyes finish 5th place in the 4-team field. While this is Ime's first award as an Iowa golfer, the transfer from Indian Hills Community College is the reigning National Junior Collegiate Athletic Association Freshman Golfer of the Year. That's all for sports. Back to you at the desk.
And only with Daily Iowan TV can you get a sneak peek at Thursday's pages of the Daily Iowan.
Get an update on the Brian Dykstra trial in Iowa City.
Plus, see how the Occupy Iowa City movement is affecting surrounding neighborhoods.
But before we go, let's take one last look at your local weather forecast. We'll see a high of 54 degrees and a low of 36 with partly cloudy skies in the morning and sun in the afternoon.
And that's all the time we have for this edition of Daily Iowan TV. You can tune in tomorrow at the same time or check us out online at dailyiowan.com. For Daily Iowan TV, I'm Reed Chandler. Thanks for watching and have a great night.